It was very interesting. You were there.
Really?
Yes, that's what I wanted to tell you. I can tell you later, or I can tell you really quickly now.
You could tell me really. So what happened?
It was Lord Toth. Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
He had me on a boat, and it was the underworld. It was death. Like I died, but it told me like there is a death undergoing right now, and that he's taking me to the other side, and then you kind of like appeared, like your energy appeared, and then you became like what he does, like your image appeared, and you like instantly calmed me, and it was like, yes, like you're crossing over to the other side, and you are here, like you're here to take me, to like relax me, and to like glide me through it, like through your love and through like what you do, that's what you're there to do, to like take me through it. Like by looking, it was calming. It's helping people, even in their full life, like even in their like aliveness, being alive. When they transform, your energy is there, and you're like helping them to like flow through it, and it was really just calming. And then I started to feel like this freedom, like I felt so free, and it felt so abundant. It was like an abundance of freedom, and it was like, yes, like I died.
Greetings. I am Master Gano Grills for Galighticus.com, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Questions and Answers. Our first question comes from Mikhail I. Masters, and he asks, how does one choose the right teacher? You know, Mikhail, that's a really good question. Well, what happens is when someone embarks upon their spiritual journey and they are beginning to seek enlightenment, they will attract certain books into their lives, and that is caused by the soul that is within the body. The soul wants you to be introduced to different ideologies and different philosophies so that you can make your next decision on the kind of enlightenment that you want to have. After you read these books, then you will start to attract a series of gemstones into your lives. These gemstones will also work on certain areas and becoming a magnetic force to draw to you the teachers that will give you the education that your soul wishes your conscious mind to have. How do you choose the teacher? There will be another part in your evolution where you might go to different workshops, you'll read a series of books, and this is the one thing that I find in the year 2016 going into 2017, that you will spend a copious amount of time on the World Wide Web, namely YouTube, and you'll peruse through a litany of teachers. You might come across Galighticus. Galighticus is a very specific line of spiritual education, and at a certain point you will have to make a decision as to who you're going to align yourself with. And let me explain to you the benefit of choosing the teacher. The teacher that you choose has already been delivered to you. A lot of times what the spirit world is doing at the moment is the spiritual world is broadcasting the image of the teacher directly into the consciousness of the student. I have many different testimonies of people who see me in their dreams or visions before they even meet me. There's only one reason why that would happen. It's happening because what's being broadcast to you is that your teacher is being shown to you. If you don't perceive that, you will resonate with other teachers and you will find that you are all over their videos. You might buy the books, anything that they have to offer, you will consume it with a voluminous, voracious appetite. That's how you know you found your teacher. Whoever you resonate with the most is your teacher. Whoever is able to spark you and inspire you the most, that's your teacher. And my next suggestion would be for you to align yourself with that teacher and learn all that you can from that teacher. Now, either you will stay with that teacher until you find another one, or that teacher will be assigned to you for a lifetime, and that teacher will fill up your glass with all of the information that your soul wishes you to have. One of the things that I did, whenever I came across a teacher, I would make sure that I availed myself to the community service of that teacher. I would ask if the teacher needed me to show up early, and I would make sure that I did whatever the teacher needed. If the teacher needed me to buy lunch, if the teacher needed me to sweep up, if the teacher needed me to set up the room with the chairs and set up the audio visual and the computer, I was the one that did it. And I did this because I knew that I needed to gain all that I can from that teacher. So I would offer this to you, that when you find your teacher, devour everything that the teacher has to offer. Make sure that you go to the seminars, make sure that you are present, and that you're not just devouring information, because that presents another problem. You can become a black hole of information. And what that means is that you will set yourself into a spiral psychosis of devouring information from everywhere, and you will never use it. You don't want to become that kind of individual. That is a fault that you will be concocting within your own awareness by not putting into motion, not applicating or putting into practice a fraction of the things that you are learning. And there are many people who get high off of spiritual knowledge, and then they put the knowledge into the library that they have without ever utilizing it, without ever putting it into motion and getting the benefit of what that information and knowledge is about, to the point where it becomes experiential. So the question shouldn't be as much as how do you find the right teacher. It should be, what do you do with the information that resonates with your soul? I am Sri Master Gano Grills for Galighticus.com, and I hope that this has answered your question on an in-depth level. I'll see you on the next episode of Questions and Answers. Sat Nam.
And when I went to sleep last night, an angel came to see me in my dream. Like, it was, I opened my room door upstairs to like go, to almost like go outside. But like I opened it and there was a man standing there, and I didn't know him, and I was like, oh, like he can see inside of my apartment, and I felt vulnerable. Like the angel, he was white, like a white man, and he had like brownish hair, and he had on, it looked like he had on like a black coat, but he didn't look, it looked like almost like a black cape, but he was peaceful. It wasn't scary. I felt vulnerable because I was like, which
I want to tell you that he's a very good friend of mine, and it was Archangel Azrael. And
okay.
Yeah. So
He's the angel of death.
He is. He is known as the angel of death. I want to just highlight something for you, okay? All right. So I opened a portal in your heart, literally. What I did was I connected to the energy of your sacred space, because that heart is a representation of that. So I placed, do you remember what I told you what I did?
Not really.
Okay, I told you that I placed abundance and I also placed codes of protection inside of you. Gave you a shift. It gave you an ability to shift gears in your consciousness to where you can perceive going into that world. I'm very happy that you saw my boss, Lord Talk. That's beautiful. And I want you to really hold that image there because that's a tremendous blessing for you to even see him, okay? And what you're being told, or part of it, is that parts of you will have to die so that you can receive the fullness of your blessings and your abundance.
Yes, that is true.
So what you went through today was somewhat of a death ritual where you can allow some of those analog parts of you to die and leave you. And that's exactly what happened.